Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Last time, Willow and I had a nice day at the day spa. Not much else really happened as far as we're concerned. This time, well, okay, you've been working them calves for a few days now. I think you've earned a little rest. That Lombre, he amuses me so. Oh, long time no see. You are well. You see, I have heard about Lombre's tale. It is too funny. I have heard that Lombre almost drowned at sea. Oh, but that Lombre, he lives in water. How very pathetic. It's kind of what I was saying about him. He was so afraid of water moves that he quad resists. What do you say to that, Lombre? Huh? What's that? Oh, you mean what happened at sea? I wasn't drowning! Sheesh, they're making up stories about me! Want to know what really happened? Sure. See, a while back, I went out to the sea to frolic. You know, I was trying that dive thing. So I was having fun going underwater. And I got washed out to sea a bit. All of a sudden, those wicked clouds rolled in. And before I knew it, there was a full-blown storm raging. There's more! A dungeon appeared in the sea. I was shocked witless. I got out of there fast. But who'd have guessed it? A dungeon in the stormy sea. Huh? You want to know more about that dungeon in the sea? I've moved out of there, so I can't tell you much. I know. Maybe Whiskash would know something. Yeah, that'd be best. Go talk to Whiskash. Maybe Whiskash would know something about the dungeon in the sea. Yeah, that'd be best. Go talk to Whiskash. Oh, I always knew Whiskash was gonna be behind something. Little did I know it was the parting of the ocean. Ah, so you wish to know about the dungeon in the sea. I too have heard of it. I have heard of a place that is far off our coast. It's a sea churned by torrential storms and violent waves. It is a place appropriately named the Stormy Sea. There, one will find a dungeon that leads to the bottom of the sea. The sea is infinitely dark, and its depth unimaginable. That is what I have heard. Ho ho ho! You look eager to go. Nobody can stop your adventurous spirit. You be careful now. And that's another new dungeon. This is a main story objective. First one that we're tackling in a little while. Smeargle was the last one of these that we did. And I've been trying to have a good mix of doing optional stuff alongside the required story content, just so it's never too much of one thing and we can space out those side dungeons as much as we can. You will guard it jealously. I get a tiny reviver seed. Excellent. First off, before going off to the Stormy Sea, stock up on apples. For the very first time, I'm gonna tap into my supply of perfect apples, bringing along, let's say 2 of these just to be on the safe side. We got 10 of them. Definitely want some tiny reviver seeds. There's the Stormy Sea. And Solar Cave, that's another dungeon that's opened up for us. All that's required to open this is talking to Medicham, then Whiskash. Yet we hadn't done it yet. Before going off to either of those, I'm gonna be taking a little detour to Tiny Woods. We are not using this team again, let us never speak of it. I'm taking Incision the Raticate along with us to Tiny Woods. Crap, I forgot the Wigglytuff Orb. Oh well, it's only 3 floors. The real reason it was to go on a throwaway dungeon run to use the Wigglytuff Orb and gain access to the bargain sale. We're overdue on buying the Poison Swamp, so I'll take that at a reduced price. I'd also like to grab Iceflow Beach. Treasure Sea is awfully expensive. Can't argue with getting a whole sea of treasure for a discount. No. Oh, for a second, I barely tapped the X button, and for a second there, I thought I canceled out of it somehow in one button press, and I was like, wow, that's crappy design, but thankfully no. Deep Sea Floor, I want you as well. I don't need anything else in the immediate future, but I want to take Mount Moonview just because this has been a painful one for me to not get the Pokemon from it that we've had a chance to. Plus, it's also just pretty. You've seen it in those end cards. I'll hang on to the rest of my money for the time being. The news! Dungeons and weather! Sunny boosts fire type moves, water type moves, sandstorm regularly inflicts damage except for rocket hail types, rain boosts water moves, weakens fire moves, prevents explosions, clear prevents weather, hail inflicts damage except on ice types. To the point. Stormy Sea it is! For this run, any Pokemon at all that has the rare quality Leave Half or Small Stomach can be great to have around. We're bringing the unfortunately named Zapdos along with us as we depart. Stormy Sea is the longest dungeon that we have taken on up to this point, and it's also the prettiest dungeon we've taken on up to this point. Some noteworthy traits about this dungeon are no food at all. No food will naturally spawn here. As such, the rare qualities Leave Half and Small Stomach are a lot more valuable than they would otherwise be. I didn't have these Pokemon in anything that I particularly wanted to bring, and I didn't want to unlearn any of my current rare qualities, so I just chose to bring a heck of a lot of apples. A Beldum, okay, I didn't think that would really be here. All the wild Pokemon that are found in this area are all water types and fossil Pokemon. It's got a theme going on, you see. It's so weird not even being able to see where the Pokemon are that we want to bring along with us. Or the Pokemon that are starving, that is. As we go on, something that I want to talk about that's, yep, you guessed it, related to Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, but not in this version, Mystery Dungeon exclusive moves. It's interesting that this was ever a thing. Sure, you can take a regular apple, I guess. You're kind of a rare Pokemon. Maybe you could come in handy for something. You only have takedown, though, so maybe not. Lonely Courage, oof. That's a pretty bad rare quality to end up with early on. I was kind of banking that you would have something good that I'd want to have on the team, but unfortunately not. Okay, so these exclusive moves. It's something that I wish they would do more of, and I'm kind of sad that they went out of their way to remove them because they had TMs and everything that could be earned from certain missions in the past. These moves were Vacuum Cut, not Vacuum Wave, Vacuum Cut. This was a question mark type move, making it the only time that this type has ever been observed doing damage. It did special damage, and it also attacked every enemy in the entire room, though without same type attack bonus because it was never the type of a Pokemon, it kind of got outshone by attacks like Blizzard. This is a type that was used to make Curse mysterious, and it showed up in a few other instances whenever they didn't want to make it clear what a type of a move was. Though it was retired starting with Gen 5, and they opted to just make Curse a ghost-type move because it didn't have much point to it. It was never the type of a Pokemon, only ever the type of move. The other was Wide Slash, which was question mark type. This move, however, was physical. So this predates the physical special split of having a move that was different, even though it had its type. This was a 10 PP move, had decent accuracy, had great power, and it attacked the 3 tiles in front of the user. Didn't cut corners, however. They had to be actually within the line of sight. I get that these moves were invented for Mystery Dungeon mechanics, but I wish they came back, perhaps for maybe triple battles where positioning and those mattered. I could see Wide Slash hitting 3 opponents at once and being the only move that did so being interesting. Vacuum Cut perhaps maybe being able to attack from far, attack non-adjacent foes. It's something that I wish they'd go back to, but unfortunately it doesn't really seem like it's the case. Hey look, our first fossil Pokemon. Told you there was a theme going on. Double Slap! It was resisted and it hit for that much damage. Please have a good rare quality. Nothing. You can come with for now. Thankfully, it's not another mouth to feed because those who aren't me never have to eat anything. Calcium, hello. That'll go, gonna give that to Willow. Discharged all over that Wingull. Who knew it was the OTP? Level up for Chamomile, the big 5-0. Doesn't feel so special when you realize that 3 of those are zeros. It's getting worse. The culling of how many stats get earned on level up only gets worse with time, and I would say around level 50 is where it really bottoms out, where you're lucky to get +3 or even +3 or 4 on all of your stats total in a level up. Shelder, I'm hoping that you join our team. Nope, couldn't get it, okay. Shelder evolves into Cloyster, and that's a specifically good Pokemon for upcoming dungeons. I'm sure you know this already with how upset I was about not getting it before. Level up for Annihilate 2. I know, your name's not lame. Your name can be badass. It just takes the right inflections. It's like, I'm Annihilate you. I am so lame. I can't cool for the life of me. It's just something I have to accept about myself. We'll move up. Really? Nothing else we're gonna be running into before being done with the floor, even though I have the training status? Okay, I guess we'll just keep moving on. This is by far the longest dungeon up to this point. And so I think since we've kind of gotten the basics down here, who lives in a mansion under the sea? I'm waiting. I want to know who lives in a mansion under the sea. We're gonna make water rush into their house. They're gonna suffocate to death because it's a bonsai! It's a bonsai! Well, we just killed this bonsai of suffocation. Having a nice, enjoyable conversation with them as they die of oxygen starvation. Narrow focus is your rare quality. Zapdos already has that. But you are a new species, so I'll take you with just for the sheer novelty alone. Drink a max ether for double slap to make room for the bigger guns. Ate my second regular apple to make room for this regular one that Willow immediately ruined. Zapdos, take a max ether for your discharge. That's one of our best moves. We're gonna be relying on it a lot. You just struck that thing through a solid wall. Ditching the roll call up for this thing. I care more about a potential permanent stat up than I do about just calling my allies to my side in case I get teleported away. Don't see that happening, which means it's going to be the very next thing that happens as soon as I step out into this room. No! I'm impressed. You're slipping, game. All right, well, I guess now it's gonna be time. We gotta speed up. The Snorlax is sleeping underwater. Well, I guess it is true. Whales can hold their breath for a long time. Big apple for a big boy. Snorlax has shared happiness. That's an accurate assessment of his character. I think Snorlax just makes everyone smile. Everyone around him is just happy. Level up for Willow, who contributed absolutely nothing to that squabble. Monster House, chances of recruitment up, let's go! Remoraid is joining Treasure Sea. Easily Beldum is the least useful out of all these Pokemon. Yes. Slowpoke has no rare qualities and we already have one on our team, so you can just eat a tail. Apple Trap. If you step on it, one item in your toolbox will become a big apple. What did? A perfect apple became a big apple. Real thing. I need to be using this. Zapdos lost to an Anorith. An Anorith. I have to do everything myself. No, what the? I swear if I lose to an Anorith in a Zapdos' body. Discharge was leveled up, even though the PP of the move is out. Okay, we can just go to the stairs even if we're separate from our group, it still counts. A monster house yet again. Ooh, blizzard! Wah! The carnage! I'm having fun. Energy ball that way. I'll take the training switch, I guess. Just take that so I can get a little bit of extra experience off of these two little spheals. Defense curl, okay, you can do that. Body slam, all right. Gonna just go for a thunderbolt on both of you at the same time, and that does it. Oh, hey, citrus berry. We have full health. This will give me a permanent HP up by 5. And right away after that, I want to eat... I'll take a perfect apple for the very first time. This is an increased belly for the rest of the adventure, regardless if the belly is already full. 150, I thought it was 125 actually, and I would have been perfectly happy with just that much. Given we're having to carefully manage our belly and all that, I can see this being very useful. Zapdos getting the all stats up from that ancient power too. First time I think we've seen that happen. Well, probably not. Why did the music stop? Oh, an atmosphere change. It's always so nerve-wracking whenever the music stops and you're like, wait, I didn't think we were at the boss yet, what? And then, no, okay, it's fine. Don't care about you, Grimer. You're not gonna be particularly helpful to my cause, and you don't have a rare quality. Cleanse Orb! Sometimes a trap can make an item unusable, or it'll just be sticky when you first pick it up. This is indicated by that red X on the item. A Cleanse Orb will clean up all the items in the inventory, making them back what they originally were. This does not work on things like apple traps, though, because that's not ruining an item, it's just transforming it. In this case, we picked up a sticky Fossil Orb, which is why we got the tutorial. I already have a Cleanse Orb, which looks very beautiful, and it's a nice touch having it shaped like a drop of water, too. That's not a super useful item. Sticky items can be thrown at enemies and still work just fine. Though I don't think I'd really do that for the measly 5 damage an orb would do. Topics that I want to get to all come together. Moves that have no effect or are not very effective due to abilities or bad type matchup will be able to steamroll opponents and deal damage. Having one Pokemon with Steamroll on the team might be the single most consistently good rare quality of them all. Slowpoke, take a hike. I'm sorry, there's only room for one pink adorable Pokemon on this team with a white snout. Give me Steamroll. I can double slap ghosts with that. No Pokemon get resisted by said double slap. It's just so good. Oh, Zapdos. Oof. I am so sorry. Please? If that could knock you out, good. Okay. Oof. Oh, and you want to join as well. I swear if you also had Steamroll. Sorry, you are a vastly inferior Kabutops to the one I already have. That needs to go on Zapdos right away so that you can get back to using Discharge. I just didn't realize it was out of PP because we've been having a pretty easy time of things. Until I didn't. Oh, and probably the even better use of that is that Discharge and Blizzard will just hit everything for at least normal damage. I don't have to worry about type resistances anymore, and the fact that we get same type attack bonus on those, it's just so great. Nullify Bandana. When equipped, it prevents the wearer's ability from working. I'm gonna just chuck this in that direction and make it so that it catches the item and thus has it. Some items might be bad or might not seem to have an immediately obvious use. If there's nothing else that can be done on that turn, it might be a good idea to just chuck it at an enemy or use a move that manipulates held items so that you force something bad on them. It's not often a thing that I do, but I guess it is technically a viable strategy in some situations, and thus I'm bringing it up. Oh, no. Wait, are you? You have 2 HP. Discharge, please! Thank you. This Zapdos has just had the roughest life ever. Sure, we can use an Oranberry on it. Much as I don't want to, it can be good. Give you a, no, not a Thunder Wave. I meant to do a Discharge. I'm so used to my hotkeys being a certain way on my other Pokemon, and it's making me not used to playing as this one. Good. All I had to do was play as it because my luck is better than its luck on its own. No! This is what I mean. That missed twice in a row. Twice in a row. Are you kidding me? Go. See, I do have better luck than you do when you're yourself. The X-ray specs. Ew, they're all sticky. Oh, they modeled after Venonat. When this item is equipped, the locations of Pokemon, items of Pokemon, but not traps on the floor will become visible. Too bad I got them pre-owned from a Grimer. Gonna take these to the exit because items that have been made unusable will become usable again after leaving the dungeon. Though there is a lot of water around us, you think that would help, but I guess not. The X-ray specs are probably the single best hold item that you could hope to get from this place. Keep an eye out for them. It might not seem like it, but in time it'll become clear that this is the key to becoming powerful. It is time. Kabutops, you go. I don't wanna. Oh, dang it. I'm getting hungry from that. All right, here we go. Floor 40. Or as I like to call it, Florty. The pun, the horrible pun. My power is bursting. My infinite power. My duels against Groudon left us both exhausted. I took to a long and deep sleep. All this time I've waited for my power to recover. And now, I am on the verge of regaining my power. I am Kyogre, the Lord of the Sea. Witness the destructive force of my waves. Marvel at my awesome power. Kyogre is roughly the same difficulty as Groudon, so I'm pretty happy about this. I think I can take it. I hope I can. We have some surge going on here, some powerful storm surge that floods the floor. No dungeons, the dungeon's floor is submerged with water. No matter a Pokemon's type, it'll be washed away to another place. All Pokemon except for the water type will also become slow. This makes it more difficult to move. Thankfully for me though, somewhere around here, I wanted to bring a quick orb so that we could get into position quickly and deal with the problems around here. This is something that I probably should be doing against bosses a lot more. Wow, that didn't affect all of us. Okay. What? Excuse me! Almanite OP? And there's Water Spout. Almanite, I owe you one. You come back. What now? Anorith, no, I don't think you're really worth it. Sorry, you're the same type though, but Almanite really proved himself right there for a second. This Zapdos has just had the sorriest existence the entire time. No, I'm okay. We'll just recover our health through a Reviver Seed or something. Willow putting in work right there with that. If Zapdos could get in there and use a Thunder Wave, that'd be nice. Maybe I should take control of Zapdos to make that happen. That's insane how good a rollout is. Just wow. Annihilate 2 got Annihilated. That's okay. Poor Ted, though. Going in for the double slap. 70 damage a hit. No, and more like 80. Oh, man, double attack. Yes! The celebration over quickly. Primal Kyogre has Heavy Rain as a consequence of its ability. Boost the power of water-type moves, nullifies fire-type attacking moves, entire floor is diffused. The difference is, unlike other weather effects brought about by moves that only last so often, this will last indefinitely until overwritten by another weather effect. Oh. It's the good kind of rain that existed back in Gen 3, and they brought it all back for sake of nostalgia. Dude, that's amazing. Also, I like that symbol next to Kyogre's name that shows the primal reversion. Whoa! Willow, you need to come back. You're needed for this fight. And Annihilate 2, you're needed as well. I'm pretty sure Chamomile's AI, sorry, Almanite. I'm starting to get a little bit worried about this. Bonsly, I'm sorry. Is anyone else gonna die? Snorlax, no, it's okay. Man, just killing everybody in this one fell swoop while you're at it. If I knew that everyone was dead, maybe I would have revived the Almanite. You need to get in close and you need to paralyze it just because you have that as a move. Or it can get paralyzed anyway thanks to Chamomile's AI using Thunderbolt. It really cares more about type effectiveness than it should. Double slap, go. It gets over the paralysis, we'll paralyze it again next turn, that's fine. Discharge, even though you're right next to it. Oh, come on, really? Tiny Reviver Seed, please, thank you. Annihilate 2, Thunder Wave. It used Thunder Wave. Oops, it's paralyzed. Double slap again, so we'll just keep swapping back, getting in the double slaps, getting in the Thunder Waves. That is, unless he washes us all away and makes us get in position all over again. Come on, really? I don't want to be this far away. I need to immobilize you somehow, so Slumber Orb it is. We just gotta do something from a distance until we can get into position and paralyze you at will again. There's that discharge. Zapdos, you get into position. That's right when Kyogre wakes up. Hit it with a Blizzard from across the room, hit it with an Energy Ball from across the room, and then Origin Pulse! Well, thankfully we didn't get to see what that did. That's Primal Kyogre's signature move. It's similar to Precipice Blades, where it's a special water-type move that's very high in power. Give you a Thunder Wave. Good. I don't know why I got a double right there. That wasn't very well needed. It's moving away from us because it can't use attacking moves. Now it's frozen. I'm actually feeling kind of sorry for this thing, just how much we're beating up on it. That's gonna, Zapdos is gonna attack just fine, so while it unfreezes and unparalyzes, we'll spend that turn walking, and Willow gets the KO. What a weird fight. That was weird. Team Rose Thorn's courage and the fierce battle left an impression on Kyogre. You can now access the seafloor camp, and to fill it in its entirety, Kyogre joined our team. Kyogre will always have the rare quality Tight Formation. We've already seen this before. It'll be the starting ability, Kyogre's nickname. Well, it ain't Ogre, it's Kyogre. Out of context, this screenshot looks hilarious with its majestic posing and everything. Like, even in context, it got me through the heart. I could have used a revival orb to bring all those Pokemon with me. Oh god, I lost my Steamroll now that I think about it. I was very caught up in the moment and didn't realize it. We'll find another one. We'll get it. Steamroll's a great ability to have, and we'll get it from something else. I probably wouldn't have brought Kabutops along to too many dungeons anyway, except for just regular jobs, so I'm not too torn up over that. I'd rather get it on a good Pokemon. With that done, that was an immensely important dungeon for doing so many things. Good morning, Chamomile. Extra, extra, read all about it! Extra? I wonder what that's all about. Shall we check it? Willow looks so cool with its face like that, man. I think you look so awesome. The extra edition says, Pokemon News Extra, buried relic discovered, mystery ruin found underground. A crater caused by a meteor strike has revealed these ancient ruins. I thought we stopped the meteor strike. Maybe it just broke into like 10,000 asteroids like usually happens in the movies. The buried relic is thought to date back beyond recorded history. There are rumors of treasures and perhaps even Pokemon that lived in ancient times. The buried relic is the main topic in Pokemon Square. Wow, a meteorite strike uncovered an underground ruin. There are rumors of treasure. Chamomile, this is intriguing. Let's go to the square to get more information about it. Next time on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. We'll carry on with our journeys and maybe find out what this is all about. See you guys then.